What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of 49ers Unfiltered. I am Aaron from 49ers First Takes. I am joined by my co-host Mike of SF Gold Rush. We'll get the intro there soon. That's the next thing that's coming with us to make it like an
Baby
official,
steps.
real show. But man, Mike, um, free agency started today at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon, my time zone, Eastern Standard Time. And it's quiet there for a little bit with the 49ers. But the Niners did make a move. And they signed Mike Evans, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, now San Francisco 49ers veteran receiver. Not a move I expected them to make. I thought I know that they were in the market, or at least interested in Alec Pierce from the Colts, but he ended up staying put, which makes sense. They have the money. He's already established there. So I wasn't too surprised. But the Mike Evans move, I know some people called it. Think the Niners might make the move. Kind of goes against with the whole getting younger faster thing, but it
Yeah,
is one move. It's one move. I don't think they're done. That would be foolish if they were done. They're not coming in
it
free
can be
agency.
done.
We're getting
Yeah.
Mike Evans and one other guy, and then we're going to be doing it, and then we're done. But I watched your TikTok before we went live, and you're not negative about it. You're just like, okay, let's see what else we can do here. But it's to add a real veteran, number one receiver, X receiver, even though he's kind of old, to a group that's going to be pretty inexperienced next year. I think it was a huge move.
Yeah. I mean, look, Mike Evans his career speaks for itself. He's a Hall of Famer, incredible wide receiver. He's a big wide receiver, right? We're used to all these small little gadget wide receivers that Kyle likes for some weird reason. But he has a size, he's a big target for Brock Purdy. Um, and he has hands of glue. He's a contested catch guy. He can do it all, run every route. He's a red zone threat, throw it deep. He's a good counter to what we're going up against in our own division with Seattle and the Rams and even Arizona. They have a good corner or two over there. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to be mad at the move because the price is right? Like we didn't really overpay for him. We didn't give him $30 million a year. We give him it. I think it works out to be about 20 mil, and save a little bit of money there. He instantly becomes wide receiver number one, and he's another weapon for the offense where Brock Purdy can throw it, and he's a big target. And I think that's a good thing to have for Brock. Just someone who can go out and go get the ball, and who's a big target.
Niners haven't had a big guy like that since T.O.
Yeah,
A large receiver. I mean, they had Jennings, of course, but someone to the caliber of a Mike Evans. I mean,
yeah.
he's been in the league 10 years. I mean, Jerry Rice was productive from 10 to 15, so it's not like he can't have a couple productive years with us. Like I said, it can't be the only move they make, but I thought it was a great move. I'm
Yeah.
not making more out of it than what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh my God, they're winning the Super Bowl because they got Mike Evans. But um, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not really bothered by it. I do like bigger receivers myself too. Like you said, he automatically becomes wide receiver one, and if they can make another move, whether it be in the draft or another free agent move, I mean, hell, go out in there and sign. Well, I was going to say we can go out and get Dobbs. I know you're not a big proponent of Dobbs because of the concussions, but if they went in there and be like, hey, let's take a crack at this with two players,
Yeah.
and put Ricky Pearsall, third on the depth chart, or at least have him
Yeah,
have to
I
actually
still
work
think
his
they
way
need
onto the field.
they still need another wide receiver. I think that's not over with. They have to go get somebody else. I mean, we don't know what Jordan Watkins. Hopefully, he can crack the roster, but I still think you can't go in relying on Ricky Pearsall because of his softness, and you don't know if he's going to stub his toe and then take himself out for 8 games or
Yeah.
what he wants to do. So you can't just rely on him. And yes, Mike Evans is older, so that's always in the back of your head. So I think they still have to make a move at wide receiver, whether it's another higher round rookie that they draft or somebody else in free agency.
It'd be interesting to see if they draft a wide receiver too now, with the 27th pick, or if they wait till the second round, third round. I mean, they now have fourth rounders, which we'll get to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. I did not expect the move. I was like, oh, okay. At least they've entered the chat, so to speak. They didn't stay completely inactive. I mean, I was tweeting all day how the Niners weren't going to do anything till Thursday. I don't know. Maybe I manifested it because I was so negative. Like something actually happened.
Hey, whatever works, whatever you got to do to manifest it, put it out there to get it to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kendrick Bourne, I guess, he goes to the Arizona Cardinals, so good for him. Gets a little bit of money. I would love to see them go and get another guy, but it's a good start to free agency. It's a good start. I'm happy about that. Man, it's just weird. When is the last time the Niners, and I know he's old, and I know he's, has a lot of miles, and he was banged up last year, but when is the last time the Niners truly had a number one? And I'm not
just
even going to
that
count
one season. That was it.
Yeah, but even then, like, as good as Ayuk was or is, like, yeah, I don't know if he's that caliber where you can say he's a traditional number one X receiver. Pretty close.
I mean, he was pretty baller that Super Bowl year. I mean, what, 1,400 yards? That dude was on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, before that, I mean, no, we always had like scrubs for wide receivers, right? Debo doesn't really count. He's not a real true, he's a wide back, right? When Debo was balling before Ayuk, but like we never had that big body down the field threat. And it's nice to get it. I just wish he was 3 years younger.
What is your feelings though, honestly, about, them going to an older player as one of their first signings? Did it bother you a little bit? Like they kind of said that they were going to try to get younger and faster. And like I told you before, like the Niners say stuff at the end of the year press conference and then they get scared. So they always go, like, they either go to the well and bring back people. Like I said that their two biggest moves today would be Debo and Samson Ebukam. Like that's where my mind was.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for the Ebukam signing.
I was waiting for the Samson Ebukam signing to become official because that's how. Look, man, I'm okay. I'm willing to eat crow as this thing gets farther down the road in the next couple days. But it's not enough to just sign him, but it's definitely he's still he was productive. He just was dinged up and he's been healthy mostly his whole career.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, hopefully this, like last season was just a one-off, right? Like he had bad luck injury wise. And if you think about it, Aaron, he might be a little bit more fresher because he didn't play as much last year, right? So maybe this season he'll be pretty fresh, not nicked up or dinged up or having to, rehab from all these crazy injuries because he sat out most of the year. So hopefully he's a little bit fresh and his legs are fresher for this season.
So Carlos said that he thinks he's going to be productive if healthy. I think he will be too. I think he'll have something to give. I don't think he's going to have a precipitous drop off like some people get when they hit that age. He hasn't had a big injury history.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's the difference do you think between Mike Evans? He's a big body threat. He can contested catches. He's a red zone threat. He can run every
pressure off, right? Takes pressure off.
He runs every route.
CMC, off Kittle.
Right. He runs every route in the route tree. He can do it all.
They have to respect him.
He's not considered to be a burner, but I still think he can get open. It's been proven that he can get open. People talking about like route separation. I think Dre called me on the phone. He was like, people say this and that about him, but he actually has pretty good route separation. So when they measured him against other receivers a couple of years ago, like he actually has some separation, which none of our receivers seem to do.
He can't imagine Seattle's game plan changing drastically, knowing that we had Pearsall, Robinson, and Jawan Jennings, and now instead you switch out Jennings and you throw in Mike Evans. I think that changes up, the way defenses will play us. It should open things up a little bit more. Number one, it's an ultimate security blanket for Brock Purdy, right? Like, if in doubt, throw it up to Mike, and he should come down with it. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to find anything negative about it. Like I said, the only thing is his age, but you know what? The money is right. The price was right for what we got him for, and it seems like he may have even taken a discount to come with us, because I know Tampa was still trying to keep him over there, but maybe he's not a fan of the coaching staff or whatnot. But he had to come to Cali, and now he's going to pay taxes over here and all that nonsense. And yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah. So Kurt Sampson says that Devontae Adams and Mike Evans are essentially the same age. The Rams counted on him a lot last year. I hope the Niners don't overcount on him. That's why I want to be cautious with how much we make of this, because I would like to see if they're going to make other moves. Because if you just sit there and say, "Oh, we found our number one receiver, let's throw the ball to him and get him 100 catches," no. I think with aged players, the best thing you can do with players who age is, same thing you do when players get older that maybe are pass rushers that are aging, like monitor their snap count.
Yeah,
he's going to be on the field a lot.
And I think they've said that his snap count has decreased over the years, which is fine. But this should help Ricky Pearsall a lot, because Ricky's going into a contract year. That's usually when players ball out or whatever. So hopefully that'll give him that little fire under his butt to get open, with Mike drawing coverage away and stuff like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at all.
Nope. They could have done nothing.
The only thing that I will say, Aaron, real quick, is Seattle got Shaheed back.
Yeah.
And they paid about a little less than Mike Evans. What's your thought on, would you have rather had Mike Evans or Shaheed?
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I take Evans just because he has a bigger and better body of work. I would take an aged Evans over a guy that's I didn't hear about until this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's not a good player, and I'm sure Seahawk fans would be like, watch this when we play you next year. Okay. But no, I'm just based on track record. I think it'd be I think they made the right move, honestly. I don't really have a problem with it, like you said. 49ers Sherback says, Aaron, remind me of those early 2000s when Jerry played his last snap for the 49ers against the Bears. And then he went and signed with the Raiders. Yeah, he was pretty productive for a little bit with the Raiders. Not quite the same as he was in his early years, but I mean, he did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Did a lot of damage. What's up, Charles? Charles is a Chiefs fan. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he's here.
They got K9.
Yeah, the other big news that's going around right now, of course, is the news about Trent Williams. Man, Mike, I know it's been kind of going on for a while, but there's a lot of different thoughts on this one. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm starting to get to the point where if they can find a different option, I'm ready to say goodbye to him. I mean, he's old. What's that?
But who?
Well, that's the thing. Yes, that's why I preface it with if.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is ridiculous, bro. Like,
it is.
Are you about winning, or are you about making money? Like, I'm not saying that you got to play for a discount, but you've made some serious cash over the last couple of years. Unless you're going to lose half of your money in a divorce, because I know he's going through some lady problems with whatever. But man, out of this is the off season where I thought we wouldn't have any drama. It's been going on for a while. And they said, there's reports out there that say the Niners could be open to trading him. You only do that if you have another option that could come in and they don't miss a beat. Other than that, it's like Sterling said on Friday when me and you were there, he's got the Niners by the gonads.
Yeah. Well, they can't trade him. That's all fluff. You're going to trade him for a 3rd-round pick, maybe, if you're lucky, and save $4 million. What are you kidding me? Like that makes no sense whatsoever. What are you gonna do? You cannot go into the season with Alex Pleasance as your um starting left tackle. And even this
Say
guy that we
Alex
just or
Austin.
Austin Pleasance, I'm sorry. Um,
Sorry,
but
I had to be that guy.
even the guy that we just signed right now, like you don't know who he is or what he is, or like you can't just risk your $53 million quarterback on some random dude from the Patriots who has only what 10 starts or something under his belt. Um, I don't know, man. Trent has him by the balls, and if they want to do crazy stuff, okay, trade him and then watch Brock Purdy get smoked because Seattle and the Rams are gonna blow him up.
His name is Vidarian Lowe, the guy that we brought in, a 2-year deal with the max value of $12 million with 5.75 guaranteed per Jeremy Fowler. A lot of people say it's a replacement for Burford because Burford could play tackle and could be play guard.
Wait,
So,
does this
but
guy play guard?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
guess
know
we'll
if he's a
see.
guard. I think he's a pure tackle from what I was reading. I mean,
I
he could
mean,
be the swing tackle, which is fine, but
they had remember they didn't really have a swing tackle this year. They had
no.
school for a while, and then they had the dude that ended up going to the Chiefs. I forget his name. Um,
Jalen Moore.
Jalen Moore. So he's probably the first. But somebody asked me on X what I thought. I said it could be an insurance policy. They at least have to have somebody in the building that they could say is an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
If he
What do you
just
think Trent is? What do you think Trent's mindset when he saw that signing?
I
He
laughed
he
his
laughed
freaking
so hard his snot came out of his nose.
he laughed in his millions. He was like Scrooge
Yeah.
McDuck.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
was blowing his
let me.
nose with his money, just laughing at them
He
like,
was
"Bro,
he
this
was
is your backup plan? All
he's
right."
laughing so hard he started crying. He just like, oh, that's just a $1 bill. Let me wipe
Yeah.
my face so that
And
yeah,
now he's probably like, "Guess what? Yesterday's price is not today's price, so
I want
actually I
more.
want more."
What do you think about the rumor that the Chiefs would make a move on him if the Niners got rid of him?
For sure they would. Like I said, I heard that the Lions were poking around too. So I think there's gonna be a market out there for him. I think someone will pay him who wants to make a run at stuff, and I think the Niners are backed up into a corner, and all this threatening and you know calling bluffs. I don't think it's gonna work. I really don't think it's gonna work, and it might blow up in the Niners' face. And if you were gonna do this, you should have had a plan. You should have went after somebody in free agency. You should have
Yep.
drafted somebody. You should have had something in the win, just in case if Trent Williams wanted to pull this stunt again. Like, all right, Trent, hey, you know what? We love you. We've bent over backwards for you multiple times. We did everything we could to make sure you were happy. We give you all the days off you want. You have 3 lockers. You have your own charter. You have anything you want, we give it to you. We've been over backwards for you, and you want to kind of screw us like this last second. If you had somebody in the wings, and hey, I would kind of be like, hey, you know what? Then it's time to cut bait. But
Right.
the problem is they don't, and Brock Purdy's going to get murdered if we don't have someone to protect him.
I am upset that we've had this discussion so many years about them not addressing offensive line. And now they're between a rock and a hard place. They don't really have a rock or a hard place to stand on. They
Yeah.
have to pay him unless you got some trade in the works right now with the I don't know if the ex Lion tackle is still out there, the guy who got released.
Decker?
Yeah.
No, I think he's a free agent still. I want to say. So
In the comments, what's your thoughts on the Trent Williams situation? Anybody that's here, do you think the Niners should find a way to get rid of him and go out and sign somebody else? I'm throwback. I'm going to get to the Greenlaw situation. Don't worry about it.
I just think it's too late, Aaron. Like it's too late to do it now. Like unless they do some blockbuster trade, like you said, like kind of like what they did when Joe Staley retired and they had to scrum up and go get Trent.
Andrew's like, nah, dude. He's like, he says that Trent holds the Niners hostage every year. He does.
He does, but they can't go into the season without a left tackle.
The recovery says we need to keep him. I know we do. Man, dude, draft an offensive lineman once in a while, then we wouldn't have this problem.
Exactly.
Pay Trent. Okay, a lot of people are on the pay Trent thing.
Yeah, they got
Yes,
to.
time
I think they have to.
to let Trent go because the dead money is going to kill us. That's the thing.
It's not even worth it to trade him. We get no benefit out of it. $4 million bucks? Like, no, dude. You need to stay. So pay the guy.
Trent is under contract. Tim Kawakami said the 49ers did this to themselves. They did.
Oh, 100%.
They do it every year. They do it
Yep.
every year. Again, we've talked about this before. When you continually miss in the draft and you have to keep overdrafting the same positions over and over again, you do that at the expense of positions that you really need to go after.
Yes.
Like, damn, we keep missing offensive linemen. Could really use a tackle this year. Nope.
Yep.
Need another edge player. God.
Yeah. Another one.
We need to really need another.
We need more D line, even though we spent 3 draft picks on defensive linemen last season.
That's their problem. And me and you have talked about this at nauseum. When you continually miss in the draft and you're forced to either pay for free agents or continue to draft the same position, certain positions on your team go neglected. And now, what's their option? They don't really have an option. Unless they sign a guy like Decker to a slightly less deal. He's younger.
Yeah, but he played like shit last year, to be honest. He was very, very mid-pack. So you can't pay this dude top dollar.
Yeah, but Trent played Dookie in the playoffs. So, I mean, what
Yeah, you're right.
If somebody would give a second for him, do it and walk away. I would take 2 of those seconds and try to move into the first round with my first round pick too.
It's not even worth it. You're gonna draft someone like Drake Jackson and then save $4 million, and you're gonna have like $35 million in dead cap. Like that makes it doesn't financially. It makes 0 sense.
Damn, 49ers throwback he's reiterating what you said. You said Trent was even bad in the Super Bowl. He was.
Yep, he was.
The one thing about Trent that bothers me a little bit is when they lose games, a lot of times he tends to lose his mind, get himself kicked out.
Yeah.
And it's usually games where he plays pretty badly. And that's the one thing. I love him to death. He's he's like a phenom, you know what I mean? He's a Hall of Fame level player, but like that's the one thing, you know, in negotiations. Do they bring up performances in the playoffs and say, hey, you're kind of declining here. We're going to offer you a little bit less. And he's probably like, get the who do you got? Who do you got?
Thing, Aaron, is every single big game, he's had his worst games, which is nuts. Like NFC Championship game against the Rams, right? I know he was hurt, mind you, but still breaking down at the end of the season, right? Horrible game against the Rams. He even said he should have let I don't know who the backup was. I can't remember. Was it School?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, maybe he should have played instead or whatever. Philly, when Brock got hurt, that whole game, he didn't really play that well. All these NFC Championship games, all these Super Bowls, all these playoff games, it just seems like he has his worst games in the biggest moments, which is really wild. Not that I would trade him or anything, but
49ers throwback is on top of everything you're saying. He totally agreed. So he plays his worst. He never plays well against big games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My thing is, they don't really use, like I said, they don't really save money if they get rid of them. But they trade it to somebody. Could they make them take some of the salary and then go turn around and sign a tackle?
I don't know. Maybe, but I mean, they're still going to accrue that dead cap, but
Bible. I like the way you spelled that. Bible one. He says Trent's body is broke down now. It wasn't the same last year. His ankles constantly. You're right. Bible. It's funny that you say that. I tell my brother every time I watch a game, I said there's going to be a point in time where Trent's going to start limping because he's such a big guy and he has these fragile little ankles. And sure enough, I think it was I forget what game it was, but it's just like, dude, every game, dude, like,
yeah.
He hurt his hamstring chasing down a fumble in that one game. And I'm like, He barely moved, man.
I
Like
know it was
what?
the first play of the game. Oh
He's definitely
man.
Hall of Fame, but 38 and slower. Takes
But
games
but,
off.
but the
He
truth
does
is,
take.
there's nothing you can do, right? Like, they don't have a plan. So
They did this to themselves. They do this to themselves all the time with a lot of things. Somebody made a comment. He said that let me wow, Evans come to the 49ers for 14 mil a year. Did he really? Well, must be a
oh,
lot
did
of
the
incentives.
contract details come out?
Because
I
I thought
wonder
it
if the
was
break
3 years, 30. So that'd be 20. But yeah, I don't know if there's contract details. I don't want to open up another tab, but
yeah, I'm sure they came out.
so allegedly Steve-O says Banks, McGlinchey, Pooney weren't misses. No, but I wouldn't consider them to be like, I'll put it to you this way. Banks and McGlinchey were serviceable. Pooney started well and then kind of fell off in his first year. And then last year he was hurt all year.
Yeah, he was
Give it,
hurt.
give it to him. Unlike Princess Pearsall, give it to Pooney that he played all year last year.
Yeah, and
He
you got to
hurt his
remember
knee,
he's playing next to Brendel, who's a horrible center.
right?
So that's not helping him out either.
But I'm not saying like when I say miss, I mean when they draft the person that ends up not making the team. Like most of their 2022 draft, besides Purdy, like that's what I'm talking about. I'm not like McGlinchey he got himself this contract with the Broncos. He
Service.
wasn't horrible, but he got bodied a lot against really good pass rushers
Yeah.
where they would like hook slam him. They would pick him up by one arm and just be like, "Get out of the way, bitch."
Those images when he's like up in the air or like
Yeah, like how many
like
times did you see
parallel to the
McGlinchey
ground.
parallel to the ground like he was about to get rock bottom by the rock? Like he was
Yeah.
in mid rock bottom and they just deleted the rock out of the picture. They like erased him. So he's
Yeah.
in position but without anybody there. That's what it looked like. Oh my God. Evans, 3 years, 42 million, 16.3 guaranteed. Hey, give it to
Ooh.
Parag for being the cheap
Hey,
ass that he is.
price is right. I'm telling you that now I'm even more excited about that because that
Yeah.
price is right.
Thank you, by the way, for giving us that information. Like I have like
Mhm.
80 tabs open on my computer, so I didn't want to open another one. Hey, if you're on TikTok, you guys want to watch the stream, come over to YouTube and
Yes.
join us, whether you're on Mike's SF Gold Rush channel or 49ers First Takes. Thank you.
Guys, jump on over to 49ers First Takes. If you guys are watching right here on the stream, jump on over. That way you can put all your comments and questions in there and we can answer them.
See. Yeah. Trent, man, I don't know. I didn't expect him to make a problem this year. I really didn't. I don't understand why he needs 30 million more dollars a year in security. Like, what are you doing with your money, bro?
Yeah. Buying
What are we
planes.
doing? Like, how do you I'm not gonna lie, like rich people live a certain level of life, right? So when people are like, I don't understand how could well, if people live that fast life, right, then it's I guess they need to make that kind of money to keep living that life post career, right? So
Yeah.
because what wide receiver is it? Odell Beckham that has no money? He filed for
Yeah.
bankruptcy. You can beat
Uh-huh.
Odell Beckham and make a crap load of money in your career. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
pretty sad.
you would think too it would be important for Trent to win a Super Bowl, go out on top, right? Like take maybe somewhat of a hometown discount. I mean, you've already ran through the Niners for everything that they had. So maybe take a little bit of a discount and be like, "Hey, I'll take a discount, but you have to use that money to go get another superstar or something." You know what I mean? And
You
just be
know,
like, "Hey, let's go make a run at this Super Bowl and let's try to get it." But
Tom Brady took a lot of pay cuts in New England to keep that team good, and then
uh-huh.
eventually went to Tampa and got paid right at the end of his career.
It helped that his wife was making more money than him, so
Right, but still, I mean, look at he has 7 Super Bowl trophies. In this case, Joe's got 4. He's got 3 more.
yeah,
Say what
because
you
he's good
want,
about
but I
winning.
mean, some people, they say it's about the game, but it's really about the money. It is a job, and it is, a way to make money, and they have a short life career, and I get all that, but like, this was the off season where we didn't need this. because
Yeah.
of just how much talent deficit we're in right now when
Yeah.
compared to the Seahawks and the Rams. The Seahawks, they're taking some hits in free agency here. I wonder where Tariq Woolen would go. That would be a sneaky, crazy move that if the Niners made, I would be pretty happy about.
Well, with
Because
the
then you
money
can,
they saved in the Mike Evans contract right now, they should definitely go get him.
Bible says, I feel like he's taking advantage of us now because we've given him a couple of other paydays. At what point do you really do some kind of friendly deal? He ain't going to do no friendly deal. Like I said, man, they love the money more than they do the. I've never made millions of dollars, so I don't know what it's like to have millions of dollars and to feel like I need more millions of dollars. So,
But you know what too is I guess when you're in that position, when you are a businessman, that's why you're a businessman, because you don't take discounts, right? That's why he is where he is and why he's made as much money as he has, because he's always had that mindset. So
thing about him that bothers me is he misses games every year, multiple games every year. So essentially, you're signing him for like 11 games, 12, because he's going to miss like 5 or 4 every single season.
Yeah, so it should be prorated, right?
Right, but see that again when you don't take the draft seriously, or you draft like by the seat of your pants, like the Niners do sometimes, or like I've told you this before. I feel like they draft as if they've arrived. Like they just waste picks. Like, let's go draft the kicker in the third round.
Yeah.
No, draft an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Draft a guy like Nick Benito, something like, what are we doing, dude? That's the thing about, we got in this discussion the other day and a lot of people were getting on me. There's this one guy, we had to mute him from the chat. And, the people want to say like, get rid of this person, get rid of that person. But like, I told them like, if you're going to get rid of Kyle, you got to give me a replacement or something before you make that move. And I have no idea where I was going with this. I've completely lost my train of thought. So anyways,
on to the next. All right.
Let's talk about the Niners signing. I thought this was going to be their biggest signing of the offseason. Eddie Pinheiro, 4-year deal. Eddie De Niro Pinheiro is staying in the Bay.
Thank God.
4 years, 17 million extension. That's 10 million guaranteed. So once again, the Niners make magic with their contracts. You say what you want about them. They are a little bit on the cheap side, but they pay what they want to pay, Mike. And sometimes they don't get people, and sometimes they do.
And thank God they did. I'm just really happy they didn't cut corners and try to go cheap at the kicker position, especially when you already have a dude in house, right? Like he's already part of the team. He's part of the culture. He fits in perfect. He's not like a weird Jake Moody who's always like by himself. This dude's he interacts with the entire team. He's a good guy. The fans love him. Like $1 million to go get some dude on the street. Like, no, just keep Eddie. And I'm glad they did it.
Gabe says, I know a lot of people are down on Pearsall. I'm one of them. What is your thoughts? I think he's a stud, and he gets injured. The last year was a lingering PCL tear, and it isn't like different ones. My whole thing is this with him. He's coming into year 3, Gabe, and we have no idea what we have. This is his make or break year. This is the year where he can make a lot of money. And the Niners really are no better off when they drafted him as far as like what they've gotten out of him production wise, games missed. It's funny how he's so healthy in the offseason doing TikTok dances and just acting really weird and stuff. And it's just like nothing, like you said, there's a reason why they didn't invite him to the Cabo trip. He's hanging out with another guy that's probably not going to be on the team.
Yeah.
What was he with? Jacob Cowing, another non-producer. And then, of course, Isaac Arendo probably won't make the team. I'm not a big. I'm a hopeful fan that he becomes something because I think he is talented, but there's nothing that he's showing right now so far that gives me any confidence that he won't come into next year, get dinged up, and not be able to play again. Like, I don't know, man. Some people got that knack for like playing tough, playing through injuries or pain or whatever. They say if you're hurt, you play. If you're injured, you don't play. Like if you're injured and you blow a knee out, you're done. You can't play.
Yep.
But if it's something that you can play through with pain and you just are unable to play with pain, unlike, Fred Warner the year before where he played with a fracture in his ankle, then I don't know what to say
The
about
entire
you.
season, not just like a game or two, but like literally the entire season. And Pooney, didn't he have a PCL and he played through the entire season with his PCL? Obviously, he's not running and cutting, but he made it through.
He ended up missing a lot of games. He was out. He was out for most of the. Because remember, who you talk about CMC?
No, Pooney.
Pooney
Didn't
had
Pooney
no.
have
He
a
had
PCL?
no. It wasn't a PCL. He had some strained ligament in his knee. I don't know if it was his ACL, MCL.
One of them.
I don't think it was a PCL injury though. I think a
One of
PCL
the-
injury, like if you make contact with it or you bang it into something, it can reset it off.
Oh, well.
It's a
I mean,
stability thing too. It makes your knee feel loose. Like if you step going down the stairs, it might
so the
snap.
ACL. ACL is pretty bad too. If you have a strained ACL, that could pop. But just like I think the culture of the 49ers team, like look at Jawan Jennings. He was in a body cast, right? And he was out there every single game as much as he could. I mean, he missed a couple, but every game that he could play, he played. Ricky was given the full allotted time to heal from the PCL, came back, one play, took himself out again. And it's just like it's unbelievable. I think it just doesn't jive with the culture of the team. How all these players are playing hurt. Trent was playing hurt. Purdy was playing hurt. Everyone's playing hurt. And this guy's like, no, I need my full 8 weeks, and I'm not going to come back, until I feel fully good, and then I'm going to get hurt immediately right away. It's just like,
remember when they had the injury and they were like, if the game was a day later, he would have played.
Yeah.
I remember I brought this up a million times with you, and then they have a game on Thursday the following week, and somehow he's more injured. What?
Yeah.
How? What happened? Yeah, we're not big fans of Pearsall here. I'm not saying that he can't be a good, talented player, but I don't know. I question his will, his drive, and people are like, well, you don't play. You're not an athlete. You're just a guy on YouTube. I never said anything. Like, that has nothing to do with anything in the conversation. So before you come after me for being a middle-aged, overweight guy, I don't want to hear it. Joseph Ernberg says, Ricky needs to go. Trade him for a fourth for Brian Thomas Jr. Dude, that guy hasn't really done much in the league. No. And neither is Pearsall, but at least one guy, the guy we get back is healthy, and I mean, I don't know what he is or how he can produce, but so Gabe wants to know what happened to Isaac Guerrero. Bro, I have no idea.
Nobody knows. Knows.
Kyle has this imaginary doghouse where either if you're a rookie, you can never leave it. But his doghouse also has like another room where he parks his favorite animals that he overuses, but doesn't feed he doesn't give them any rest. So he'll have a doghouse for his players that he doesn't trust. But then he has a special golden doghouse for guys like Christian McCaffrey, guys he wants to overuse, Kittle. Yeah. That's a different doghouse. And they're tempted with the ability to sleep. There's like a magic bed, and every time they go to lay down, the bed gets taken from them, and so they can't sleep. They can't get any rest. That's the other doghouse. I'm just making stupid shit up in my mind right now.
Well, with Isaac Guerrero, I mean, the number one irk of Kyle Shanahan, right?
Fumbles. Yep.
Fumbles.
Steve-O's on it, man. Steve-O, you're good, man.
And in training camp, I think he fumbled like 3 plays in a row. And I think Kyle was like done with him.
You can't turn the ball over in Kyle Shanahan's offense. He's got enough problems with not wanting to play rookies. You just said a guy with the cool logo. Oh, thanks. What do you think about
that'll
Mike?
be
I think it's pretty cool
your way off the team, or a way where you won't ever see the field with Kyle Shanahan is if you fumble the ball. And I think after that training, that practice at training camp, once he did that,
it was curtains.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to talk about my concern for the tight end submission right now. That it would have been your concern. I wish it would have been. There's a lot of tight ends out on the market, but they're not going to get the tight end. You know that. We got Tom.
We already have it. Luke Farrell. He's good.
Luke Farrell. Oh, so the Niners got themselves. It ended up being a 4th round compensation pick for the move of letting Hatella and Funga go. So the Niners have 7 picks. They have a first, second, a third, a fourth, and then
3.
and then 3 compensatory fourth round picks. It's funny, Mike. Those are the rounds we always seem to shine in, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm the Niners. I pick every single time I'm in the fourth round. I wouldn't move off of those spots at all.
Yeah.
The only way I could see them moving one of those fourth rounders, we talked about this on Friday, is the player Grenard from the Vikings, that pass rusher that we kind of talked about. That's kind of under the radar. That kind of got not a lot of heat. Got a lot of attention. The guys like Sterling and other people were talking about him. Like, it was all over X. If the Niners were to make a move like that and not sign like Trey Anderson, but they went and got, I would rather have a guy like Grenard anyways, Mike.
Me
Younger.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Less tread on the tires, has been productive. Trey Henderson is the sexy name, but he's another old player and he's coming off an injury. And I don't know, like
and they need edge desperately. They really do need edge. But like you said, like Grenard, that's fine. And the Niners can't. I get that they're trying to be frugal and they make these contracts and they're really good at them, but there's a couple players that you're gonna have to overpay for. It is what it is, and that's where the offset comes, right? Like, you did a great deal with Eddie Pinheiro and Mike Evans. Now use some of that money that you saved, and you're gonna have to overpay for a position like edge or a top end pass rusher. So if they try to be frugal, guess what? They're gonna miss out, just like how they missed out on Franklin Myers, I believe, from Denver.
I never thought he was a realistic move. He was gonna cost too much money.
Yeah, I guess they were in on it and they were pretty close and they just got outbid. But it's like there's certain guys you're just gonna have to pony up for.
I know. Is Tonjes open in the market right now, on the open market? I'm not sure. No. I don't think so.
No.
So Momo Taro says lots of decent free agents still out there. There is. I'm just I don't know where I don't know where I would go. I'm either going to go edge, need a linebacker.
Well, they have to go defensive line. I mean, they were absolutely horrendous. They set a franchise record for the least sacks. I mean, you have to address that position. That's
if I'm them, I spend all the rest of my free agent moves on the defensive line and then just draft whatever else. Like, no, but they can't do that. But
they have to.
Tonjes is a restricted free agent. That'd be dumb to let him go. He's actually pretty productive.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see, man. It's only the first day. It's tomorrow's. I said that we wouldn't make any moves till Thursday. So I told Mike guys in the chat that I kind of like I reverse engineered free agency by saying we were going to do nothing until Thursday. So I'm going to just keep being really negative. And maybe it'll produce somebody else. Because I feel like you said it before, like all these sites are like totally gaslighting everybody into believing that they're going to get big name players. And then every year that they don't, everyone's pissed off. And it's like, I've seen so many, there was a tweet that said something, the Niners maybe potentially, and they have interest in such player. And I put Alex, I would like things that won't happen for 500, please.
Yeah.
And I put that as and somebody laughed underneath, like, dude, that's awesome. Like, it's just, there's things you see in free agency and it's not happening. The Max Crosby thing was never going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce, I never thought that was going to happen.
No.
The defensive tackle on the Broncos, I never thought that was going to happen. I was surprised. They bid on Pierce, but they had their backup plan. And I know he's old, and like I said, he's long in the tooth, but he's still productive, hopefully. And as long as that's not the last move they make, then I'll be okay. I did have the Greenlaw topic on here. Should we bring him back? I don't think so. I have no. I don't want to. No.
So I'm in the same boat as you. Greenlaw he's a fan favorite, obviously.
He is, and he was one of my favorites.
But he's so injured. He's too injured. He misses too much time. And it's not like a one-off or, oh yeah, well, he's only been injured on, this one season. It's every single year. Yeah, does he bring that intensity? Does he bring that fire? Does he make a huge difference when he's on that field? Absolutely.
I can't do it
But he's
anymore
not
with
on
these
it.
players that if and when they're on the field.
Yeah, but he's just
I'm
never
s-
on the field.
no, I don't
So,
think they should sign him. The only way you sign somebody like him is if you draft somebody and
but
you
they do
have
need to upgrade at linebacker because D Winters is not a starting linebacker. Tatum, I'm sorry, you're not good enough yet. And
I don't think D Winters is that great.
he's not. I don't think he's a
Kurt
starting
Sampson.
linebacker in the NFL, honestly.
No, I don't either. I like Bethune better than I like and that
D
says a
looks
lot.
good when he's playing next to Fred.
Exactly. He
When
hides
he's
a lot
not,
of those warts. Yep.
yeah.
He's not
Fred
meant to be a
covers up
number
a
one
lot of
middle line.
mistakes.
Yes, he does. The Greenlaw thing, if somehow he could do some sort of voodoo magic with like a witch doctor and it would stop him from having any injuries for the rest of his career, then yeah, go for it. But it's just you can't invest. I'm done investing money into guys that can't stay healthy.
Now, what if he came cheap?
Yeah, I would do it, but only if he came cheap. If he's coming here and he's looking for like he's going to pull the Trent Williams act, like, oh, I was once good over here, like go play
I don't
with the
think he's
Bills
going to
or
get
something.
a big contract anywhere he goes. I think he's going to go in for like a 1-year minimum.
I was very disappointed that we didn't see a lot of Nick Martin this year because he flashed in the preseason. He missed a lot of tackles in the preseason, bro, but he also made some really brutal hits, big plays, like fast, right? So that concussion really scared me at the end of the year. I wonder what's going forward, what that's going to be all about. But
Yeah.
I was hoping Nick Martin would be something. And a lot of people said there was no way he's really going to get any big time snaps this year because he's just so raw. But
yeah, and you have to be very cerebral. Like Fred Warner he's very cerebral. You have to be able to identify these plays. You have to be able to not hesitate. And, we see what it looks like when these linebackers are missing assignments and it just blows up the entire defense, right? Like it's just like one dude out of the wrong spot and the play is jailbroken. And I just hope the Niners don't go into this season with like go sign Eric Kendricks and Fred Warner. I don't want that to happen. They need another young, fast linebacker because we have a very high powered offense that we have to go against twice a year in the Rams. And also I know the Seattle's taking a step back offensively, probably a little bit, but we still got to be able to stop the run. So,
the Rams just got two really ridiculous good corners.
yeah.
I want to talk about that. Let's talk about the Rams and how their fans must be excited every year. Say what you want. I know they're a division rival, guys. I know we hate them because we're supposed to because they're the opposition. But the way they run their organization when it comes to like either adding talent of free agency or drafting, like hats off to them. If I'm a Rams fan, I'm like excited every year because I know my team's going to do whatever it takes to get us with a chance to win the Super Bowl. And it's like, other than those little mini year or two rebuild, and then they were right back at it. Like it's amazing. Since who's their GM? Is it Les Snead?
Yeah.
So Snead and McVay are like a match made in heaven, right? And like, they they F the picks, all that funny stuff, but like they're always really good. And they always make a play for the big name players, and a lot of times they get those big name players. I mean, they were aggressive in getting Matt Stafford, and they got Matt Stafford. They got Devontae Adams. They got two starting corners. They took Kansas City's two starting corners and said, "Thank you very much."
Where's their weakness on the roster?
Safe? No, they have Tyler Rapp.
Maybe linebacker. That's the
maybe
only
linebacker.
Spot. What if they go get Greenlaw?
Yeah, watch him stay healthy the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they really don't have a weakness on their team. It's really incredible how well they've built the roster.
They're an organization
that how much money they still have.
And they're always an organization that's always willing to do what it takes.
Yep.
Always willing to do what it takes. You say what you want about them. Oh, it's not sustainable. It's been sustainable since McVay and Snead have been there. It's
Yeah,
been sustainable for a decade. They only got one Super Bowl out of it. I mean, but they're always in it every single year.
always in it.
Always in it. They put themselves into position to be in it all the time, whether it works out or not. So I just want to give props if a Rams fan comes across this and being like, yeah, I'm supposed to hate you because you're a Ram, team, but I really don't. As far as like how you run your organization, I think they're a top flight organization.
Well, their ability to build rosters and identify talent and draft well. I mean, yeah, they're one of the best.
Yeah, I be interested to see. I think that's pretty much done for today. I don't think any free agent signings really could. I mean, technically on the West Coast they could still happen, but Niners need corners badly. Bible, would you be against? Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. Seattle corner.
Oh, Reek Woolen.
Tariq Woolen. Would you guys in the comments be against Tariq Woolen coming here, or you guys think he's not what he's cracked up to be? Because when I brought it up to Sterling, he was like,
What it boils down to, Aaron, is if we don't have a pass rush, I don't care if we have Deion Sanders back there. So until they fix the pass rush, or unless they have a good plan for a pass rush, I don't care what corners they bring in. It's not going to make a difference.
They have a QB problem in a year. It looks like you talk about the Rams.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably go use some draft picks and go get somebody.
Yeah, they'll go get a starting quarterback in the league that wants out.
Yeah.
They'll go get like a Lamar. No, I was just say they'll go get someone like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. No, here it is. The Bengals fall short again. Burrow wants out, and the Rams go and sign him. That's just how they are, though.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
when
happen.
I said that Crosby, we talked about this on Friday. I said, watch the Rams get Crosby. And, in my heart, I believed it, Mike.
Yeah.
And I bet you some Niner fans were like, don't get Crosby. Don't get Crosby.
Oh yeah. I was one of them. Yeah. I was one of them. Because I heard they were still in the mix for him too. Like they were like, let's see. Because they have the draft ammo.
Why do I think that Hendrickson might go to the Rams?
He could. He definitely could. I think he's more suited to go to Dallas, but the Rams could definitely pull it. They have the money.
Would you be against the Hendrickson deal? Would you be against them signing him if the Niners sign Hendrickson to like a 2-year deal? Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I would. Just because, look, man, this defensive line is so bad. Like we don't horrible. Stand a chance. We don't stand a chance in hell if we don't fix it. And
yeah.
They need to do something. And it has to be drastic. It can't just be some plug-in, like some random dude on some practice squad.
Yeah, no Samson Ekubom, no Farrell.
They need some dogs in the middle of that D line. They need some pass rushers to rush up the middle and to help stop the run, because they can't stop the run.
John Lynch says it's a rush and cover game. We're all about rush and cover in the wide nine. Okay, where is your rush?
Yeah.
You cannot with a straight face tell me that Mykel Williams and Bosa are good enough to get it done when Mykel is more of an Eric Armstead player
playing edge
than he is. He's an Eric Armstead playing edge. He's a better interior player. I know he sets the edge in the run real good. Like, why would you draft that so early? Why would you draft a run fit? Draft an edge rusher. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I'm not I'm not down on Mykel, but I'm not excited about him either, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm hopeful that he comes out next year and he's like pissed off that he got hurt, because he was really upset when he got hurt. And I like that. I like guys being like emotional, like, wow, he actually gives a crap about what he does. But man,
dude, he was picked 11th. Like, he needs to be a blue chip player. Immediately. This is not like a 4th round draft pick. You're number 11 pick in the draft. Like, you have to be a blue chip. You cannot just keep drafting these average dudes.
Bible, you're being prophetic right now.
Oh gosh, yep.
He said we should have went after Hendrickson if the Rams get him. It gets game over. Pretty close.
Yeah,
But then
that'll be
again,
game over.
but then again, winning in free agency doesn't always mean you win. I mean, the Raiders are signing everybody and everybody and who's anybody, but like, are they competing for a Super Bowl next year with a rookie quarterback? Maybe, maybe
But
not though.
The Rams have the coaching. That's the
Yep.
difference, right?
The Rams have the
And the
coaching and they
talent
have,
around it.
yep.
So, yeah.
All this that we're doing here though doesn't mean anything if we're hurt again next year.
Yeah.
The
Obviously.
biggest thing in the offseason that needed to happen more than any free agent signing that still hasn't, even though the players are bitched and complain about it by giving them such a bad grade, is we're still going into the 2026 season with the same strength and conditioning staff. So all my excitement is tepid because I'm like,
Yes.
if they stay healthy, literally anytime we talk about anything, it's if they stay healthy, and they never do. So it's, oh man. Yeah. That's pretty much it, guys and gals. Me and Mike should be, I mean, if they make some really big moves, next Monday show will be even more exciting. Or we'll be on here screaming and yelling how the only two moves they made were signing Pinheiro and and Mike Evans. So that'll be that too. So there would be two types of shows that could possibly happen. Mike and me do the show on Mondays, but Mike does have his own TikTok. Mike, you wanted to explain where people can find you?
Yeah, guys. So I'm on TikTok. That's my main platform right now. I'm trying to get everyone to jump over to YouTube. So on TikTok at Fourth and Gold, and I'll try to be streaming to bring both groups of people into one spot so we can all get on 49ers First Takes and do the 49ers Unfiltered show. So on TikTok at Fourth and Gold, you can find us there, and we will be talking about everything that's coming up this offseason and let's try to grow this thing and to make it legit.
Right? Make this thing bigger than what it is right now. I mean, there's a lot, like Sterling said, there's 700 channels though. So we'll hit on this and we'll get out of here. So there's talks about Joey Bosa again. He does nothing for me. He's washed up. Feel the exact same way, Bible. Get away from me with that Joey Bosa trash.
Yeah, we need a legit starter opposite of Bosa.
Young, healthy starter who hasn't quite even hit his peak yet. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't want a guy that's already peaked, who's made a ton of money, where money is his driving force, who's just as injured all the time as his brother. That doesn't do nothing for me. We don't go pick these big players to win now. What you need is to do all the other. I don't know. Like, I want it both. I want them to pick players now to win now, and I want them to draft to win for the future. Can I have both? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I want both. Give us both. Joey can be a rotational player, not a starter.
Exactly.
Money Mac,
we need a legit starter opposite.
Money Mac, even that I don't want. I just don't.
But yeah, they need a real starter, just like, how the Texans, look at their defense. Look at all these dominant defenses that went deep into the playoff. That's how you build a roster. You can't just have one guy and pray he doesn't get hurt and then go to 7th round draft picks.
Yeah, and Bosa's beat the crap every year because there's literally no guy on the other side.
Yeah, he has to play every single snap.
He hasn't had a legit edge rusher since Dee Ford. And Dee Ford, we had us for 5 games before he got hurt. So if he had a legit, I'm not talking, and people are like, oh, what about Huff? No. I'm talking about a legit edge rusher that is disruptive.
Yeah.
Because then Bosa
gets is a rotational guy too. He's not a every down, you know what I mean? He's not that.
Yeah, keep him on the 49ers if he's a rotational guy, but don't try to sell me on him being a starter. Sorry. Yeah. Greenlaw for what? Yeah, I don't want Greenlaw. Chicago Jason, but we're gonna get out of here, guys. Everybody, hopefully we'll see you next week. Hopefully the Niners make some more moves. Next time we see you, I will see you guys Friday on the Cover 3 podcast. Mike Like I said, he's most active on TikTok, but he's trying to get the YouTube thing as well. This is 49ers Unfiltered. I am Aaron. That is Mike. See you guys next time.
See you guys.
Peace.
Go